38 seconds that changed everything. So, Blake Shelton hugged his ex-wife Miranda Lambert on stage for 38 seconds. And yeah, 22,000 people were watching, cameras everywhere. And his current wife, Gwen Stefani. She was backstage watching the whole thing unfold on a monitor. What happened next? Gwen didn't make a scene. She just walked out, got in a car, and booked a flight home before the show even ended. But here's the part that really got people talking. Blake's own mom liked a tweet that night, and that tweet basically suggested this wasn't just two old friends catching up. Look, I know this sounds like tabloid drama, but there's actual backstage footage that leaked, and honestly, it puts this whole situation in a different light. The night at Stagecoach, this all went down at Stagecoach Festival in California. Blake was performing his set, playing songs from his new album. Everything seemed normal. Crowd was into it. Typical country concert vibes. But people who were there said something felt off. Blake kept glancing toward the side of the stage, kept messing with his earpiece. And if you know Blake Shelton, you know he's usually the most relaxed guy on stage, so why did he seem nervous? Then Miranda Lambert walked out. The crowd absolutely lost it. Nobody expected this. It wasn't on the setlist. There were no rumors about a collaboration. Just total surprise that the song that started it all. Here's the context you need. They were performing Over You together. This song is incredibly personal for Blake. He wrote it about his older brother Richie, who died in a car accident back in 1990. Blake was only 14 when it happened. The thing is, Blake couldn't finish writing that song alone. Miranda helped him complete it when they were together. It became a massive hit and won Song of the Year at the ACMS. So when they performed it together for the first time in almost a decade, it wasn't just nostalgia. This was deeply emotional territory for both of them. The hug that broke the internet after the song ended. Blake pulled Miranda into a hug, and he held on. People in the front row actually started timing it to 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 38 seconds total. Think about that. Count to 38 right now. That's a long time to hold someone on stage in front of thousands of people. It definitely didn't look like just a friendly, professional hug between colleagues. Gwen's reaction now, here's where it gets complicated. Gwen Stefani was actually at the venue that night. She'd flown out to surprise Blake after his set, even brought her son Kingston with her. According to reports, she was backstage and saw the hug play out on a monitor. The leaked footage allegedly shows her walking down a hallway, smiling, completely unaware. Then she passes a screen showing the live feed and stops. You can supposedly see her whole expression change, and then she just left. Didn't confront Blake, didn't cause a scene, just headed straight for the parking lot and got a car to the airport. The aftermath social media absolutely exploded. Within hours, there were millions of views on videos of the hug. People were divided. Some thought it was beautiful, to artists sharing a genuine emotional moment. Others thought it was completely inappropriate, given that Blake is married to Gwen now. Then Blake's mom, Dorothy Shelton, liked a tweet that said something like "Some songs can't be faked." People took that as her basically saying the performance with Miranda was more real than what Blake has with Gwen. Pretty bold move from your own mother-in-law. Miranda posted on Instagram. The next day, just a photo from the rodeo with the caption, "Roots run deep." No mention of Blake or Gwen, but the internet definitely read between the lines. What really happened? Here's where I think this gets interesting. Maybe the hug wasn't actually the problem. Maybe it was just the moment that revealed problems that were already there. If you go back and look, Blake and Gwen hadn't posted together on social media in about 6 weeks before this happened. When Blake released his new album a couple months earlier, Gwen didn't share anything about it. In celebrity world, that's pretty telling. There was also this podcast from a few months back, where Blake was asked who inspires his songwriting. He hesitated and said different women at different times. He didn't mention Gwen at all. Where things stand, now Gwen flew back to LA and went dark on social media for a while. Blake canceled some media appearances, saying he needed personal time. Both of their teams have been pretty quiet about the whole thing. A week later, there was a blind item on a gossip site about a country music power couple dealing with serious marriage issues, separate bedrooms, lawyers involved, the whole thing. They didn't name names, but everyone knew who it was about. Gwen's team said through unnamed sources that they're working through normal marriage challenges, which, let's be real, isn't exactly a denial that there are problems. So what actually happened? Look, I don't know these people personally. None of us really do. But 38 seconds is a long time to hold your ex-wife while your current wife watches from backstage. Was it just two old friends sharing an emotional moment over a deeply personal song? Was it nostalgia, unresolved feelings, something more? I honestly don't know. But whatever it was, it clearly hit a nerve with a lot of people, and maybe especially with Gwen. What do you think happened that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on this story, subscribe and hit the notification bell.